Hello folks, Neil here from I Will Always Love Video Games with more flea market finds. And unlike my last video, this time I actually got them at a flea market. I got a few cool things, nothing really special, but I did get some great deals. And here they are. First off, this is a little oddity. I only grabbed it because it was sealed. It's obviously a knockoff, and it looks like it's got Bubble Bobble characters on it, but again, it's a knockoff. This was just a weird oddity. It's a Tamagotchi. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Pedogotchi. I don't even know if the damn thing works, but it was a quarter, so I thought that's kind of weird for a quarter. What the hell? Maybe I'll open it just to see if it works. I also ended up getting this cool thing. My buddy Dustin is really jealous because he's a big Assassin's Creed fan. But one of the two pre-order exclusives for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, a Jack-in-the-Box. This one actually has the medic, the plague doctor, in there, and it's brand new. It's in perfect shape. Get down there. And I got this for $1 from a lady who had no friggin' idea what it was. $1 for this. I've seen these go for anywhere between 20 to like 50 bucks on eBay. And I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed fan, but I am a fan of pre-order exclusives, especially if you can't find them years later. So for $1, I could not complain. Then I went and checked out this little Asian dude who had a whole bunch of handhelds, and he had a fat original Nintendo DS, and it works. The only thing that's wrong with it is, of course, like most DS's, got that little problem here where it's a little, see, it's a little loose, but it still works. This was $2. And it's missing the cover for the Game Boy Advance games, but I've tested it and it works just fine. It just has a busted latch or whatever right here. You can see it's loose. If anyone out there knows how to fix this, or if there's like a repair place, please let me know, because I'll definitely get it repaired just to keep it. Not $2 for a freaking DS. And he had also another DS. This one was $1, and the reason I spent $1 on this, I'm hoping I can get it fixed, is it's in good shape and it does work. Kind of. See, the Game Boy Advance slot works perfectly fine. The DS slot, however, does not. When you put a game in and you push it down, you hear it like, it makes like a crunching sound. And it'll snap in there and it'll snap back out, but I don't know if the contacts just aren't meeting or what. But this was $1, and the Game Boy Advance part, the Game Boy Advance slot still works. So I'm hoping I can get the DS slot fixed, because if I can, then I just got a friggin' DS Lite for $1. And God, the deals I got just keep coming. I ended up meeting up with another guy. He's usually there at this particular flea market. Can't grab it all. Once in a great while. And he's just a reseller. He just goes around the state finding stuff, and then every so often he comes to this flea market and sells whatever he got. And I got quite a few things from him of varying consoles and types. I got tracks for Game Boy. I've never heard of this, but I'm a big Game Boy fan. This was $1. Capcom Street Fighter II Special Champion Edition for Sega Genesis, and this was also $1. This was in a bag. This actually cost me $3. The Castlevania Adventure for Game Boy. I used to own this, and I sold it, and I wanted to have it again. It's a terrible Castlevania game, but Castlevania games on Game Boy are pretty hard to come by, and for $3, it's in really good shape and it works. I could not complain. Also grabbed an Atari game, Sword Quest Fire World. I already had Earthworld. Now I just need, I believe it's Air World that I need to complete the collection, because I'm almost certain it was Water World that didn't get made, or vice versa. Either way, this is another one of the trilogy. I'm only one short. Hope to get them all soon. For PC, I ended up grabbing the Ultimate Doom for Windows 95. And the case is in bad shape, but the game itself, tested, works great. This was also $1. Got my hands on yet another, I just shared one in my last video, but this is 2.0, the web browser for Dreamcast. This one's not sealed, but the disc is in good shape, and it's another Dreamcast oddity to hold on to. I didn't know that they did upgrades via disc. But then there's this. This was another $1. It's Sonic Spinball inside of a Nintendo case. So really, I got the game and a case. I'll clean the case out and put, I don't know, like maybe Mario 3 or Little Nemo in there or something like that. But this was also $1. I basically got two things for $1. This was $5, and I grabbed it just because it was the complete game. Spider-Man for Sega Genesis, and it has everything still intact. It's got the cart, it's in really good shape. The case, the book, even the book is in really good shape. Like, the cart looks brand new. I don't even, like, it was never played. Really, the only thing that has wear and tear is the artwork on the case. And again, this was $4, or $5, but I thought that it was a pretty good deal considering the shape that it was in. And the last thing I got from this particular vendor, I just grabbed for the hell of it, and it was Rumble Roses. I've never played it. I've heard that it's not that great. I've heard it's like notoriously bad and sexist and so on and so forth, but I've never owned it. So for $1, I couldn't pass it up. And again, it also is in great shape. The disc was in great shape, came with the book. So for $1, I can't complain. Two things I will never complain about when it comes to games is if they're free, obviously, or if they're $1. I don't even care what the hell the game is. If the game works for $1, I don't care what system it's for. I don't care what shape, like the case or book or whatever is in. As long as it plays for $1, I will not complain. Then there was a lady that was there that had a huge box of PC games, and I started rifling through them, and she said, for $3 you can take the whole box. So I didn't argue. I just gave her $3, took the whole box, and there was a lot of like clip art discs and printer driver discs and all kinds of crap from like, you know, the mid to late 90s. But she did have a lot of educational games in there, actually this whole wad, and I got some cool stuff out of it. Atlantis, The Lost Empire, Search for the Journal. There were actually 2 copies of that in there. You can see right now. Yet another copy of the Amazon Trail, 3rd edition. This actually came from a cereal box. There were a lot of games that she got from that had like Kellogg's or General Mills on them, so they were obviously cereal promos. Knowledge Munchers Deluxe. A couple of Mr. Men and Little Miss games. Mr. Funny, The Adventures of Little Miss Scatterbrain, and Mr. Noisy Presents Balloon War. As a little kid, I loved the Mr. Men books. I still have a bunch of them. I'll go ahead and check those out. And Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. I don't know if this is an actual game or if it's just like an interactive version of the book, but I'll have to check that out. And of course, you know, the all-time greatest game, you know, Barbie Story Maker. Hell yeah, you know, this is hardcore. Call of Duty, kid. Call of Duty Battlefield? No, screw that. Let's Ride Corral Club, baby. This is what gaming is all about. Anyway, so I got all of those for $3. I'll end up giving some to my son and selling some other ones. Except Let's Ride Corral Club, because this is where it's at, baby. Persona 3, I got this for, you guessed it, $1. Black Label Gran Turismo, which is in a double case, even though it only is 1 disc. I never understood that. This was also, you guessed it, $1. And a couple of PC games for 50 cents a piece. The Sims Deluxe, and Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction expansion pack. So $1 together for those two. And the last thing I want to share with you guys that I found is something I found at Kmart. You may remember a few videos ago I found The Witcher 2, and I ended up getting it for free thanks to my surprise points. Well, they had this. This is basically new. Skylanders Swap Force Mega Ram Spyro. And this retails in stores for about $10. I've seen them online for $10 to $20. This was in their clearance section. I don't know what happened. I'm guessing they just had a malfunction with the pricing sticker or something. But if you take a close look right now, I don't know if you can see it. 99 cents. 99 cents. They must have forgotten to print something, because the glare is so bad in here. 99 cents I got for this figure. I don't play the game, but I've mentioned before my wife is a big Spyro fan, so if anything, for 99 cents she now has a little Spyro to put on her desk at work. So, that was cool. I'm going to continue to check out Kmart, because I'm finding some good stuff there. Anyway, that's what I've got for you this week. If you're out and about, you've got a couple extra bucks, you see a flea market, you see a Goodwill or a little thrift shop, stop in there, because you never know what you'll find. Until next time, my name is Neil, and I will always love video games. See you later.